and at least 2 creatures were captured and offered no resistance to its capture. But they died right after they were captured. And this procedure were taken of rescuing the debris of the UFO and capturing the creatures were taken both by the fire department of the city of Virginia with the Army personnel of nearby headquarters. And in the next day, the following day of the capture, we already knew that U.S. intelligence and U.S. military, and as well as U.S. doctors were sent by the U.S. consulate in São Paulo to the city of Varginha to follow the procedures. The doctors were sent, medical doctors from the United States, to follow what was being done about the creatures because they died and nobody could explain how were their morphology, how they function. And we know for a fact, because this is a very well documented case that has been investigated by at least 70 UFO researchers, including UFO researchers from the United States, as Dr. Roger Lear, Dr. James Hurtak, and the deceased Dr. John Mack from the Harvard University. They've been to Brazil. They confirmed what the UFO researchers from Brazil discovered. And we know for a fact that at least one of those 2 creatures were taken to the United States by U.S. military. And it was taken in one of the Buffalo airplanes that serve the U.S. embassies and consulates in South America. When it came back to the United States, it brought back to here one of the creatures and part of the object that crashed, that were rescued, that were retrieved by the Brazilian military.
If you believe in unidentified flying objects, or you believe that there's spacecraft that comes in, there's been such a damper by both the press and our government about believing this. I mean, you're sort of made fun of if you look at this and say, yes, this is real. What's the attitude of both the people and your press? And we'll start with Mr. Joran.
Thank you. This is definitely not a matter of belief. There is a lot of data that has been produced by civilian UFO researchers, military UFO researchers, a very few but very dedicated scientists for the last 60 years to confirm without any question at all that we are being visited by several species of more advanced, at least technologically more advanced civilization that come here, and these objects that they design, they construct, like a Boeing does this, its airplanes here, they must have something like that in their planets, and they visit other planets in the universe. It is as simple as thinking what we are doing presently. We are at this very moment on Mars, on Moon, taking photo of satellites of Uranus, of the rings of Jupiter, of whatever. We are exploring our backyard. The difference is that our technology